2025 is shaping up to be a transformative year for Walt Disney World as new construction projects will begin. Current attractions are going to be closing to become new attractions in the years to come, but inside of this new year we are now in, we will also see some new attractions open. Hey everyone, Brayden here coming to you with our annual What's Coming to Walt Disney World video, where we get an idea of what to expect this year in terms of new offerings at the world's most popular themed resort located in Orlando, Florida. The year kicks off not with things opening, but with current attractions closing. On January 6th, 2025, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at the Magic Kingdom is going to close for a lengthy refurbishment, not reopening again till sometime in 2026. As part of the updates to the attraction, rumors have it the track on the ride will be replaced. And we've previously reported we expect to see some of those explosion effects added to the ride. A crane for this heavy refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is already on site behind the attraction at the Magic Kingdom as Disney's contractors prepare to begin work on this massive update next week. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, on January 13th, 2025, Triceratops Spin, Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures will permanently close in Dinoland USA to make way for the Tropical America's Land coming to Disney's Animal Kingdom in 2027. Now, by 2027, the entirety of what we currently know as Dinoland USA, it is going to be no more. They are going to retheme that entire thing into a Central and South American themed land featuring an Encanto family attraction, a retheme of Dinosaur to Indiana Jones, and there's also going to be a new Disney characters carousel attraction. That's what we're going to be looking at in 2027. However, as far as 2025 is concerned, most sections of Dinoland USA are expected to remain open. In the case of Dinosaur, Disney recently said, quote, 2025 is your year to visit before it goes extinct, which infers that we have till at least sometime into 2026 to ride Dinosaur before Disney closes it for its update to Indiana Jones. So why is this one area, this carnival area in Dinoland, closing so early? Why is it closing a year earlier on January 13th, 2025, just in a couple weeks here? Well, this is because this area is where the new Encanto attraction is going to be going. And while most other parts of the Tropical America's area are simply rethemes of existing buildings or attractions, meaning that they can afford to close for their updates a lot later on in the process, here with the Encanto attraction, Disney's starting from square one, where they need to put in new utilities and then foundations, build the ride building itself, build the facade, the attraction, the whole thing. They have to build out everything here. There's a lot of work that they need to do for this attraction to make that 2027 opening target. Thus, the carnival area and the neighboring gift shop in the top left quadrant of Dinoland USA will be closing in just a couple of weeks, while for the time being, other sections of Dinoland USA simply remain on the endangered species list. The earliest we are likely to see something new open at Walt Disney World is late spring 2025, when Disney says the Spaceship Earth Lounge is going to open. Back in 2017, Siemens concluded their sponsorship of Spaceship Earth, which meant their VIP lounge located in the post-show building was then vacant. And in the years following, it was occasionally used for corporate events by Disney as well as a private event space of sorts. As part of the proposed overhaul of EPCOT in 2019, we discovered that Spaceship Earth was set to get a big reimagining in 2020. The ride itself, as well as the post-show building, as the plan was to level the existing post-show building and build a brand new queue and load building at the base of Spaceship Earth, which would have resulted in a modification of the ride track where you would get off the ride right at the back of the building and exit straight into the Dreamer's Point area. And of course, in this plan, that old VIP Lounge, it was eliminated entirely. However, following the events of 2020, plans for updating Spaceship Earth were paused indefinitely, and thus the original post-show as well as the VIP lounge go on. So what can Disney do with this underutilized space? Well, as we discovered at the D23 event this past summer, the former VIP lounge is going to become a new public lounge for guests, featuring a new interior Disney is working on as we speak, with this new food and beverage location set to open late spring at EPCOT, according to Disney. Following that lounge, which isn't much to write home about, needless to say, things do start to pick up in the summer, new attractions wise, as we have 3 Disney live entertainment projects dropping at Walt Disney World alone this summer. Over at Disney's Hollywood Studios on Sunset Boulevard, a new villain show will be premiering in the Sunset Showcase building, where the Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy show previously ran, up until this past October when it closed. It's that building that you have just beyond Rock and Roller Coaster, way in the back of the Sunset Boulevard area of the park. Opening summer 2025, Disney says the new show in this building will feature appearances by dozens of the most infamous evildoers, including Cruella de Vil, Captain Hook, and Maleficent, which will each break through the glass to take the stage in live production numbers. One interesting thing here to me is the fact that Disney is replacing an animatronic Lightning McQueen with live performers doing musical numbers. Usually due to labor costs, Disney opts to do the opposite of that, especially these days. So hopefully this is a good sign that we are going to continue to see more live entertainment finally return to Walt Disney World, following the many acts that we lost back in 2020 that have still yet to return. On that topic, also at Disney's Hollywood Studios, the Little Mermaid live show is finally about to be back. The previous Little Mermaid show closed back in 2020 in this space over in Disney's Hollywood Studios. Now there is an all-new show called The Little Mermaid: A Musical Adventure that is going to be opening in the same theater quite soon. Originally supposed to open fall 2024, last year Disney pushed the premiere of this reimagined Little Mermaid musical in the animation courtyard to a summer 2025 premiere date. There is a new marquee that is said to be going up outside the theater soon, according to Disney. Aside from that, though, details on the show are pretty scarce. We will see how it turns out. Over at the Magic Kingdom, the last of the entertainment offerings opening this summer that we need to talk about is probably the best of the 3, and that is the return of nighttime parades to the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. This summer, for the first time since 2016, we will have a nighttime parade running at the Magic Kingdom, a brand new one no less. Disney is hard at work on it as we speak. The parade will be called Disney Starlight, and on the substance of the parade, Disney says, quote, "Expect to see favorites from classic and modern Walt Disney Animation Studios films, including Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, Moana, and more. The parade will be led by the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio, whose magic will guide each float and costume." A nighttime parade coming to the Magic Kingdom has been rumored for years and years. Finally, here in 2025, it's happening. Heading into the end of summer, we have one new ride opening for the year at Walt Disney World, and even this isn't really a new ride, it is an update to an existing ride. However, it is quite a substantial one. It's not simply a refurbishment, it's a total reimagining of the attraction, retaining the existing ride system, and that is Test Track 3.0 over at EPCOT, which is currently set to make its debut late summer 2025. This long-teased General Motors funded Motion Pavilion update will bring us the next iteration of Test Track. And judging from the outside work and what we've heard about the attraction so far, this could be a really great version of Test Track. Finally, Disney has removed the canopy that has been up in front of the building the entire 21st century. They've finally torn that down. It's been obstructing views of the original World of Motion building for far too long. You can actually now see the building itself, the World of Motion building, which is really, really nice to look at. And you can see Disney is now well into work building a new covering for the outdoor portion of the queue where you enter the ride building, which reflects the design of the building itself. While details on the inside are scarce, we know based on permits that Disney's filed that Disney has been installing projection domes inside of the attraction, as well as bringing in large set pieces through a large cargo door that is located on the side of the building. We also know theming-wise that this latest version of Test Track is a medley of new and old, where instead of going for that Tron, SimTrack, computer aesthetic, it sounds more like this new version of Test Track will pay tribute to the early days of transportation like the World of Motion did, and really focusing on how transportation can enhance people's lives. Definitely, I would say this is the new addition coming to Walt Disney World this year that I am looking forward to the most. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. Moving towards the end of the year, in late 2025, another lounge is expected to open, this time over at the Magic Kingdom, where Imagineering has for a long time been developing a small Pirates-themed food and beverage location. Similar to Trader Sam's at Disney's Polynesian Village Resorts, this tavern will feature special effects and perhaps even some animatronics. The lounge is expected to go in the exit of Pirates, where the Pirates League makeover experience for kids used to be back in 2020 and prior to then. It appears it is the year of the lounge at Walt Disney World. It feels like that's half the stuff we're getting this year, which is pretty crazy. Finally, and this one is a little strange, according to Disney, the long-teased Zootopia show, replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug in the Tree of Life Theater at Disney's Animal Kingdom, it is going to premiere winter 2025, which is a weird time frame for Disney to give. It's confused a lot of people because some people out there are claiming that this means that the new show is coming in at the beginning of 2025, this current winter. And what's weird is this is a big new show. It's supposed to have new animatronics, all sorts of cool stuff. So you'd think if they were going to have this thing ready for the beginning of 2025, or more likely what they mean here is the very, very end of 2025, like December 2025, even if it's opening then, I feel like they would already be building it inside the park because they have a lot to do here by the looks of it. However, if you take a look at It's Tough to Be a Bug's page on Walt Disney World's website, they haven't even announced a closing date for the current attraction this Zootopia attraction is supposed to replace. The existing attraction is marked as still running as far into 2025 as Disney's attractions calendar currently goes. It looks like It's Tough to Be a Bug is going to be running through at least March 2025. So this tells us one of two things. This new Zootopia show is delayed, and really it's not going to end up opening until sometime in 2026. Or the other possibility is that this Zootopia show, it is going to be opening this year, and it has just been budget cut so hard that now they can very easily swap it. They can just throw in this Zootopia show because you're just putting in a new film and switching out a few signs, and that's all she wrote. Now, as I was just pointing out, as part of this new Zootopia show, I believe that we were supposed to get a bunch of new animatronics. Disney already developed these animatronics for Shanghai Disney. It'd be very easy to bring them over to this attraction, and the current Bugs Life show has animatronics. So at the very least, they would replace the current Bugs Life characters with new Zootopia animatronics. This project, it has been in development for years at Imagineering. They've definitely planned it out where that is what they were planning to do. So as far as I see it, the only way that Disney can get this new show up so fast is if they've just scrapped the plans for all the cool new stuff like the new animatronics in the pre-show and in the ceiling and on the stage in the theater. So I very much hope that this show is still a bit of a ways away so that Walt Disney Imagineering has the time to do it correctly and make a really good quality show worthy of being in a Disney park. If they're still committed to this project, we should be hearing more about it very soon because it's been a while since we've heard any new particulars on it, and they really need to get started on this one very, very soon if they really plan on getting this this thing open this year. Due to flat attendance, Disney really needs new attractions at Disney's Animal Kingdom in particular. That's why they're doing Tropical Americas, but that's still years away. So even before then, it needs new draws. That park needs some new stuff to bring in crowds, and that's the need that I think this show is intended to fill in the intermediate period here. But the show, it's been in the development stage for quite a long time. We will likely know soon if this project is happening or not, and if it is, when in particular it's tough to be a bug, will be heading out, and when this new Zootopia show will premiere at the Tree of Life Theater. One bonus thing coming to Walt Disney World in 2025 that I want to add on here is if you are staying at a Disney Resort hotel in this new year, there is now a new perk available to you now that we are inside of 2025. On your check-in day, if you're staying at a Disney Resort hotel, you can head over to Walt Disney World's water parks, whichever is open at the time, and enjoy them at no additional cost to you, so long as you are there on your resort check-in day. A very interesting perk probably not a whole lot of guests will use or even know that they have available to them. So if you are interested in giving Disney's water parks at Walt Disney World a try at no additional charge, and you are staying at a Disney Resort hotel this year, keep that new perk in mind, that the day that you get to your Disney Resort hotel and check in, that day you can head over and check out the water parks for free. So that's what's coming to Walt Disney World in 2025. As I said, it'll be a transitional year for Walt Disney World, with much of the focus being on new construction projects kicking off and Disney working on attractions that'll open years down the road. So there's not going to be a ton of new things that will be opening inside of this year, but with all that development work getting underway, I think that we'll have plenty to cover. So be sure that you are subscribed with those notifications on to stay up to date on the latest happening in the world of Disney. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year's. From the Mickey Mouse Magic Studio, this is Brayden. Have a magical day.